Hi, it's Angel Chambers, Stampin' Up independent demonstrator from Kansas, and today we are making the spring card from the Colorful Seasons bundle, and this is the card we're making. Right here, we're going to focus on the berry burst color things from the Color Theory set. So we will get to that in just a minute. But I did want to remind you that it's celebration time, which means some great things if you shop, if you host a party, and if you join my team. And so tonight at 7 o'clock, I will be on Facebook Live talking about the opportunity that being a Stampin' Up demonstrator could have for you. If you like to make cards, if you like to do things to show kindness and give thanks and just let other people know how appreciated they are, you might want to consider coming by opportunity night tonight. I'm going to talk about celebration. I'm going to show you some of the celebration items that are available. So come on by, even if you just want to see those. And bring anyone you know that might be interested. So, okay, we're going to get started on the card. And for some reason, my camera setup is being a little funky today, but I'm just going to point you down to the table, and we're going to see if we can get that taken care of. I'm going to pause you for a second and take care of some stuff over here. I will be back. Okay, I'm back. I think everything is now fine. And we are going to get to make our card. This is the card we will be making today. It says, "May all your tomorrows be as happy as today." And it's featuring all of the different elements of Berry Burst from the Color Theory suite. This is what I'm trying to make as our spring card for the Colorful Season suite. So I'm going to put this to the side for reference. And we are going to get started. Here is Whisper White cardstock. I cut a piece of 8.5 by 11 paper in half, hamburger style, which is 5.5 by 11. Or 5.5 by 8.5. So when we fold it, it will be 5.5 by 4.25. And this is our card base. This is using the thick Whisper White cardstock. And we're going to start with that. I didn't manage to get all of my stuff laid out before we started, so we are just going to find things as we do. And then in your colorful season stamp set, I will be using the flowers. And we're going to put them on a stamp block and get out the Berry Burst ink pad. And we're just going to create some fluttering flowers floating along the page. I'm going to open this so I have a better stamping surface. And then we're just going to stamp some fluttering flowers. We're going to be covering these up with some of the strips of paper here in a minute, but I'm still wanting to just get a little bit of the flowers all over, and then we will go ahead while we have the flowers out and put some on the inside of the card as well. Okay. And then the only other stamping we have to do today is the sentiment. So we might as well get that done, and then we will get the card put together. Clean up the flowers. Is my, oh, I might have forgotten to cut that. So I will put this aside and grab a piece of Whisper White. And then cut the rectangle for the sentiment. Let's see if I even have a piece in my scrap box. Yes. Close up the ink and then we'll reopen it in a minute. Just don't want to get it on anything it's not supposed to. Pull out my Stampin' trimmer. And I will be making this rectangle at about 2 by not quite 3. I think this is going to work. We'll see. Alright, and now we'll pull the Berry Burst back out. Make sure we get the sentiment on the block. Get it up. Life is a beautiful thing. It's even the wrong sentiment. That's a decent sentiment to have, but yeah, it'll work. We're just gonna leave it because I might want to give this as a card that sentiment would be perfect for. I pushed it down on the paper because it was coming off block. There we have it. And then I will go ahead and close up our Berry Burst stamp pad because we are done with it, and we will start putting things together. Trying to see what I did with my, oh, right in front of my face. That's where my scissors are, and my glue. So we are going to see how I made a mistake, and so you just flip it over and stamp on the other side. Do it all the time. We're going to glue this down on the card. And then set that aside for now. And pull out the card base. And we're going to glue down this strip from the Color Theory Designer Series paper. Gonna put it right there. And then we're going to get this one, a little flag cut at one end. Let me figure out approximately how long we want it. And then we'll cut a little flag at the end. If you wanted it to be more exact, you could measure. But I am not an exact measurement kind of girl. I eyeball most of my projects. And think if it looks good to me, it's good enough. Which may or may not be true. And then I'm going to attach it, glue it down just a little bit above. I think I keep running off camera, so I'm going to have to try to be careful about that. Grab some dimensionals to put on the back of my sentiments. And then I'm going to angle the sentiment about like that. And I generally like to do at least one card out of the month that does not use the big shot. But I didn't get that done this month because I really feel like the card needs some little flowers right there in the corner of the sentiment. So, we're going to cut those out with Big Shot. And I have magnetic platform. No, I don't. I'm going to get the magnetic platform. And then we're going to look in the Seasonal Layers Thinlit dies. This does come as a bundle which will save you a little bit of money. 10% if you buy the stamp set and the Thinlits together. And we're going to cut one of those. Oh, I forgot to put my cutting plate down. And then we'll get the paper on there and get the Thinlits. We're going to cut just the outline with that framelit, and then one of the more detailed Thinlits with the other paper. Run that through. Here we have our flowers, simple as that. I will just move this out of the way for now. And then we are going to glue them together. Make sure that you angle them a bit so you can see both colors or both papers. It's all the same color. And then we're going to do what I've always said I would never do on camera. So I'm going to do this off camera actually. But we are going to make a bow with this gold thread. And I'll be back in just a minute because I didn't manage to get it done before we started filming today. Doing 2 layers, which makes it more interesting, but it's a little bit harder to tie. It's a little bit hard to tie in the first place. I'm not sure why I felt like I needed to make it harder for myself, but I did. This is not part of the process that's easy for me. If any of you have some tips or tricks out there about bow tying that would make it easier for me, I love to hear them, because I totally screwed that one up. And so here we go again with the second one. Generally, how I get them tied is I have somebody else tie them. But at this very moment in time, my bow tires are not hanging out waiting to tie bows for me. So I'm going to try to get this done myself. I don't know what I was thinking. This is hard enough with ribbon, but boy howdy, with this really thin thread, it's beautiful, but it's difficult. All right, I think I have a bow that we can use for this card. Cut off some of the tail. And I'm going to attach the flower with a mini dimensional if I can find one, or with a regular dimensional if I can't. I'm going to try to shrink this bow just a little bit and cut some more of the tail off. Okay. And then we're going to attach it with a glue dot. So you just put it right on the glue dot. The glue dot stuck to my finger, not the bow. And then, when you have the glue dot on the knot of the bow, you can attach it right in the center of the flower. This is not wanting to work out for me today. Okay. Now to put the embellishments. I do not have any more of these Berry Burst glitter dots. The good news is, if you ordered a card kit from me, you do have the Berry Burst glitter dots you could put on your card. I am going to have to choose something different. And I think I pulled out, I have the crushed curry and old olive glitter dots, but I just don't want to add a different color. I have the pearls, which might work, but I also have the clear faceted gems, and that's what I'm thinking about using today. I also pulled out rhinestones, but I'm not sure where they are, so I'm going to use the tip of my scissors to grab the gem, and I'm just going to put it on the card and see what I think. I like that. And I'm just using the smallest ones in the package. they're being difficult. There's, it's glued out. It's left on the package. So I will have to work with that later. Okay. Put one out here. And one underneath it. And there we have the card that I made today with a little bit of the flowers on the inside. So now we have done all 4 seasons with the Colorful Seasons stamp set. And today we finished spring. Next week starts a brand new month, which means a brand new featured stamp set. And for the month of February, we are going to be doing the fruit bundle, fruit basket bundle. So that includes, let me see if I can find them. These fruit basket, there's strawberries, pineapple, pears, citrus segments, and the bundle, which every time something is bundled, you save 10% on it if you would have bought them separately. It's bundled with these itty bitty punches. There's, again, a strawberry, a pineapple, a pear, and a little piece of citrus. And we are doing class a little bit differently in February. The bundle is $35 US, and if you spend $50 US, you get a free celebration item. Well, what we're going to do this month is if you choose to play along, you will order the bundle from my store along with an extra $15 of product. Could be the inks you need or envelopes. Well, the note card set that you're going to earn comes with envelopes. But you might want some additional paper or envelopes so you can keep playing with your cards. And you will earn enough to equal $50 to earn the Tutti Frutti note card set, which makes 16 different cards. And they are full card size cards. They're not the smaller note card size. They are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. If you order those from my store, I will send you for free the paper and embellishments and specialty adhesive you need to make 16 cards. That's a pretty good deal. So you might want to think about it. Let me know if you're interested. The RSVP date ends this Saturday, so I will hear from you before then. And I will see you all here next Thursday when we do our very first card together with the fruit basket bundle. And it happens to be a Valentine. Bye.